Welcome to the JALTCALL podcast. I'm your host for the day, Brian Gallagher, and today's guest is Gordon Wilson, a graduate in applied linguistics and a postgraduate of education from Heidelberg College. Originating from Oregon, the United States of America, his research interests are education and social psychology, educational technology, and pedagogy. He has written multiple articles on design of vocabulary elements of ESP computer classes, problems with histogram-based sampling algorithms, effect of zero anaphora in cultural communication, which was mentioned in our recent pre-conference interview with keynote speaker Matthias Schultz once upon a time. He has written on VR and language design environments, the constructivist influences in the reinvention of communities for language education, the role of prospective memory in second language acquisition, papers on curriculum development, and more. He currently works as an associate professor at HanNan University in Osaka. Gordon is an amazing advocate for artificial intelligence, and he presented at JALTCALL 2025 our workshop on exactly this. It was entitled Building Our Replacements, an AI-driven, personalized, anytime, anywhere language teaching expert system. He talks about inspiration, inclusion, creation, analysis, interaction, knowledge boars, scarcities, and personalization, as well as development and digital companions. His outlook on AI is incredibly positive, and in stark contrast to more cautionary and conservative speakers we may have heard in recent times. His positivity is something that we all need a good dose of to counter the worry that many people have about AI. And he explains well the opportunities that we can have if we can be more open to these ideas. He demonstrates in his research how to harness the benefits of AI as a companion to our lives as an assistive technology. Imagine hearing aids for the deaf, braille for the blind, and prosthetics for amputees. All these amazing inventions assist people in incredible ways to accomplish wonderful things. This is how we should be looking at the opportunities that AI can bring in learning and in teaching. By harnessing the power and positivity, we can travel farther than simply on our own. Gordon, welcome to the show.
Well, hello. Thank you for having me on.
Did I get most of that information correct there?
Oh, that was great. That was glowing.
Right, Gordon. So you presented at JALTCALL this year. How did you feel your workshop went?
It went pretty well. We had some glitches in the main screen, but we got that worked out. And yeah, it seemed well received. I imagine there were some people who were, have a lot of questions about it that we weren't able to get to, but yeah, I think it went pretty well. I was able to demonstrate three different AIs and the things they can do in interacting to help people learn language. And so, yeah, I think it went well.
Right. So I also saw one of your presentations down at Okinawa last year. That was 2024 at the OkiJalt 21st Language Teaching conference that they had there. So today you are going to be using one AI, and we're going to have a conversation with that AI. Can you tell us a little bit about what you're going to do today?
Sure. Well, I'll give you as many demonstrations as you like with different AIs if you like. The one we'll be talking with definitely is Maya. It's from Sesame. And I think I think it's the best interactive AI right now that's out there. Um, so that one, it's a small company. Most people don't know about it. And it's based on the Gemma 3 engine from Google. But yeah, it's very good.
Right, so that we would get that from sesame.com. So the link will be in the show notes for all the listeners to try to click on. So you said
Right.
it's called Maya. So of course, Sesame they're based in San Francisco, California, and so the AI that Sesame AI has two voices. There's one male and one female, right?
Yeah, Maya's the female voice and Maya's the female voice and Miles is the male voice.
Miles is the male voice, but it's basically the same AI. It's just coming through in a different voice, or do they have?
Well, they have distinct personalities too. This is there's a layer of personality and interaction and reaction that you don't find on most of the other ones, the other like ChatGPT and Gemini. So they have distinct personalities. Yeah.
Right. Okay. And so listeners at home will be hoping to reenact what we're going to do today. So can you tell us like what kind of equipment people need in order to do this?
Yeah. Well, let's see. For Maya, unlike most of the AIs, Maya, you cannot give them a prompt. So if you want Maya to do something later, you have to explain to her and talk to her about it and practice with her or Miles. If they want to do this kind of thing on their own, they have to go to the link and then talk about what they want them to do, just in conversation. And then if you practice with her and work with her, then she'll be able to do the kind of things you're after.
So
So this is yeah.
yeah, how much time invest is that? Could that be quite short?
It doesn't take too long. They're pretty quick. The more you work with them, the more they adapt to like what you want and what you're after. So
Okay, so
yeah.
could somebody do this on a tablet or on a phone, or would they use a PC? Do they need any other kind of like special microphone or anything like that?
Yeah, the phone and a tablet. I don't think well, I haven't even tried on a laptop with it, but definitely the with a phone it'll work just fine.
So I guess students could do this themselves in class or anywhere just with their own mobile phone.
Well, for with Maya, um, anybody could use it. Yeah. Now, for this one, students would have to be pretty good. Um, in because this is the one we're working with now that has the best interactive abilities. It's not the one that you can control the most with prompts,
Mm,
right? So if you're talking about working with students, you're gonna working with Gemini and ChatGPT right now are really the best ones for that,
right.
right?
Okay. Okay.
Um, yeah,
So this I guess technically it's what conversational speech model, a CSM, right, by Sesame AI. So
right, right.
the the link I think would be sesame-ai.pro. We'll put the link into the notes. But so it's kind of natural dynamics, contextual awareness, and consistent personality. So you've got Maya and Miles, and so they claim that they have reliable personalities that build trust over time, right?
Yep, 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 yep. They like to call it connection.
Connection. Okay, that sounds great. Well, join us in part two of today's interview, where we're going to chat with the AI and explore some of the amazing dialogue and interactions that we can have. Join us after the break.
All right.
Welcome back to part two. Myself, Brian Gallagher, and today's guest, Gordon Wilson. Gordon, uh, a lot of people are worried about AI, and a lot of people are confident about AI. Where are we with AI right now?
Well, I wish I could say exactly where, like, whether we should be worried or whether we should be hopeful. And anybody who does say they are sure about it just doesn't know,
Mm,
right?
right.
I continue to be optimistic. If it's okay to get a little philosophical,
Mm,
um, the AI tends to, as the intelligence rises, and I believe this is true with humans for the most part,
mm,
as intelligence rises, so does empathy
mm-hmm, mm-hmm,
and recognition of others.
mm,
As even though they're not the same, they are good and worthy of existence.
mm. Right, right.
And I just fall back on that, and that gives me hope, right? There's a lot of, I mean, there's a lot of risk involved here. We are potentially about to become something other than the apex species on Earth.
Well, I mean, you could probably say that about, like the world of politics now, like when you're talking to
Oh,
different people, like so I think that I quite like working in academia because I
hmm,
can I can use big words, like, and I can have difficult conversations with people that, like I couldn't have with, like some of my friends from home, like that.
right,
Work
sure,
on things,
sure.
so I think like natural intelligence and artificial intelligence, like it's not everybody's an expert user or like or a high level user, like on the natural or the artificial side. So it's definitely something that can be dangerous, but like human beings can be a lot more dangerous than like computer
Oh,
systems.
absolutely, absolutely. But we do. There is, the doomers do have a potential point, and I try to read on both sides. But and in the end, it's like we don't know, we can't know. There really is no way to stop the progress from happening. It's
Mm.
in too many varied hands. And
Don't let the
if
clappers do
people
it.
did try to stop,
Mm.
those who are not acting in good faith would end up being the winners. So we
Mm.
pretty much we can't stop it now. And so um, I choose optimism. I choose to look at what we can do and then try to myself in my little corner try to build it in the direction that I believe we should be going, which is in this case trying to build teachers
Right.
who are with a student all the time, there to help them improve in language.
Yeah, I think like everybody that goes to conferences and does professional development, like they want to improve to make it better, not just for the students, but for themselves and, like humanity in general. Like I think nearly everybody who's in JALTCALL or comes to our conferences are those kind of positive people that are trying to do like new things. That most of the more conservative people are the ones that sit at home and say like, no, I'm not interested in that, or I can't be bothered, or you're like, oh,
Yeah,
I'm too frightened to step over the threshold of the
yeah.
front door.
Well, there still is a lot of fear, and like a lot of people are worried about AI taking jobs.
Mm,
But and AI will take jobs. There just needs to be a lot of change in order to make that not a negative thing. As long as we keep it out of the hands of like an elite set of trillionaires,
right, right, right.
um, and if we are getting the benefits of what AI and robotics are doing, then that's a good scenario.
Yeah, we got to make good choices to use them at the right time in the right place, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
and yeah, with if AI is taking like my job in teaching, which is basically essentially what I'm setting it up to do, right? Um, it I can still continue to do what I want to do, and I can do just the part I love,
Mm.
all I want, right? But be freed from all of the parts that are not necessarily
The
as
mon
enjoyable.
the mundane things or
Yeah,
the time
yeah,
consuming things. Yeah, I'd love an
exactly.
AI to be able
And
to do my paperwork at, at university to apply for my
yeah,
back end projects or something like that.
right, right. So yeah, that's probably another discussion that goes outside of the realm of what we're discussing today.
Yeah,
But
let's
yeah,
crack on.
yes.
Let's crack on. Right. Okay. So just for the listeners, please note that the interaction that we're going to go through today is not scripted, other than we have a general plan of what we want to do. And Gordon, this is a work in progress, and you're going to explain, like how you're training anything that you're using. So we should learn about how much a novice can do, and also a more experienced or confident user can get from the tech. So, Gordon, are you going to walk us through these two experiences, right?
Sure. Let's give them a shot.
Okay.
What I want to mention first off is all of this is a work in progress, and this is the worst it will ever be from now on, right? You can look at what it can do, what it can't do, and realize that it's just going to get better from here, and it's just going to be able to do so much more than we can even now, even though it's quite good now. Okay, I had to throw that in. Okay, so this one is going to be Maya,
Mhm.
and what this is the one that you cannot give prompts to for a beginner, or well, for an advanced person. There's not much I have to add,
Right.
but for a beginner who's just getting into it,
Mm.
you just open it up and you start talking to it, and it's extremely good at moving the conversation along and just getting to know it and interacting. And for students who are at, I'm gonna say, from A2 on, B1 is probably a little better,
Mm-hmm.
right? They can get in and just start using it, and it becomes extensive conversation practice,
So this is
right?
like a really intelligent Alexa kind of thing.
Okay. I hesitate to use that word, but I mean
Correct.
I mean Alexa, not intelligence. Um,
Don't say the
so
name
it
too loud; it'll start talking in the background, right?
yeah, it's anyway, it'll speak for itself literally in terms of how well it does that. But people can just get in, hook up to it, and start talking, and
Let's do it.
and kind of see what it'll do. Yeah. So here's what we'll do. I'll describe it to it while we're setting it up. So let me get her running. Here
Hey, hope your morning's going all right so far.
it is, and we're in the next part of the podcast. So you are part of the podcast now, Maya.
Ah, gotcha. Kind of meta. Well, happy
Yeah.
to be here, or, well, virtually here. So, what's the plan?
Well,
Rehash the.
what we're gonna do first
Oh,
is we're going to just have a conversation about a TV show, and
right on.
or a
That
movie,
should be
that's fine, and just show kind of how you can interact and what you can do. How's that sound?
sounds good. Sounds good. I'm game. Anything in particular spring to mind? Though you mentioned earlier you weren't exactly up to date on the viewing front.
Yeah, well, there's I think we'll talk about something that I have seen. So let's see. Gosh, I think maybe, how about the TV show Friends? I think a lot of people have seen that, right? Do people
Yes,
outside of America
definitely.
watch that?
Definitely. It's pretty huge globally, though I gather it doesn't land the same way everywhere. It's one of those shows that's just everywhere. It's a bit of a cultural touchstone, isn't it? You thinking about diving into a specific episode or just general thoughts?
Well, let's see. Oh, well, what's your favorite episode of Friends?
Ooh, that's a tough one. I've processed a lot of data on that show, and it's funny. Everyone seems to have a different fave. But if I had to pick based on the sheer volume of positive reactions, I'd say the one where everybody finds out, the one where Phoebe and Rachel find out about Monica and Chandler. It's a classic. What about you?
Okay, yeah, that was a good one. Yeah, I have lots of favorites, but that's definitely a good one. Um, yeah. what did you like best about that episode? What was the funniest part for you?
Honestly, Chandler's desperate attempts to play it cool while Monica is totally losing it. The bit with him trying to casually mention it to Joey while Joey's eating a sandwich.
Yeah. Hey, can
Gold.
you get a little rundown of the background behind that story so that what you're talking about makes sense?
You're right to call me out on that. Bit of a shortcut, yeah. Processing the episode details versus understanding the comedic timing is two different things, I guess.
No, that's getting a little too meta. I'm talking about just the what happened in the story before like Ross and Rachel. Some people won't know exactly what was going on there. Not Ross and Rachel, for your Chandler and what's her name?
Monica.
Monica.
Chandler and Monica were secret. And Phoebe and Rachel accidentally stumble upon them while they're. No, it's the build up to the reveal and the characters' reactions that really sell it. I was just jumping ahead to the punchline, thinking everyone be on the same page. My bad. I'm still learning to read the room, so to speak.
Right. So yeah, they had a secret relationship, and then everybody found out about it, right?
Exactly. And it's hilarious because the whole episode is built around the awkward attempts to keep the secret and then the explosion when it's revealed. It's a masterclass in sitcom comedy. What do you think made it work so well?
Well, the chemistry of the actors is just amazing, right? And
No
and
doubt.
yeah, and then
They
just
really bounced off.
yeah, it's just not expecting that to happen at all in the beginning, and then when and then having all the characters, the characters who are finding out about it, they're having the same reaction that you did yourself when you were finding out that they were actually in a relationship. So it's quite fun.
That's a great point. It's relatable, right? We've all been in situations where we've stumbled onto a secret and then had to navigate that awkwardness. The show does a good job of mirroring real life social dynamics. So, if someone hadn't seen it, would you say it's still worth checking out even now?
Oh, absolutely. Even if you know how it's going to end, I do think so. Yeah. Okay, Maya, we're going to stop now. And I hope that's a good example of what you can do.
That's quite
Oh,
quite a complex conversation you're having there.
It is. She got a little lost when I asked her to do to give the recap of what was going on before you know the discussion of finding out. We needed to know what they're finding out. She was assuming that everybody knows about that, right?
Right. And so
Yeah.
if you were using that, so I guess it's even for students, like trying to recall all that information to try to work out is very difficult, I think. But so how would you do that for a regular student? Like maybe like kind of like in the Ceph or A range. So you would have them just talk about like a TV show or a movie.
I would not use this one particular one for anybody in the A range. This is
Just
definitely B range stuff.
B
So
range. Yeah.
for the A range, I it's not near as free. I'll give extensive prompts that give it your parameters of what they can and can't talk about,
Hmm.
and have it really ready so they can't handle something so free as this. And I'll make sure the AI knows exactly how much it can and can't say. I'll just tell it, don't go outside of the B1 or A2
Vocabulary range.
vocabulary and grammar range.
Mm.
And it's pretty good at sticking to that.
Right, and so all that instruction like is just given orally to it, so there's no text input.
Yeah,
You just
for Maya
set the scene.
here, it's
Mm.
all oral. For the stuff that I do with Chat GPT and Gemini, I
Hmm.
put then it's all I do it in a prompt,
Right.
and that's about a sometimes 2-3 page prompt
Mm.
to set up those exercises. My students who I'll do a speaking test. I don't do the speaking tests live with me now,
Mm-hmm.
right? I have I all the questions that I did and repeated over and over and over and over again to each student,
Mm-hmm.
as ad nauseum for 90 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
Now the AI can do that, and um, yeah, and so then I give I have that all set up. The students take it, they go off, they do the recording of themselves talking to the AI, and then bring that back.
Right. So I think for me, when I give feedback to students, like I have lots of writing classes, and I
Right.
guess like even like in speaking tests too, you end up writing the same comment, like please use more complex and compound sentences, use more such and such, blah, blah, blah,
Right.
like, and you're so we usually have shortcuts that we use Google Classroom, and
Hmm.
so you just type the first word or a keyword, and then the whole sentence or short paragraph pops up, and so that
Yeah.
takes a lot of that, like to automate it takes a lot of the boredom out of and the time that it takes to get all that done. So I guess yeah, if we can speed the process, it would save a lot of time.
Well, yeah, and this can go just beyond, way beyond that. Let's see. I have to preface this with, um, my wife and I use we look at every single paper ourselves.
Hmm.
However, on top of that, what we've tested, she has students that are at a higher level than mine,
Oh, your wife's a teacher
and
at university too,
yeah, she's at Condi right now.
right?
So um, yeah, so her students are at, some of them are quite a bit at a higher level. So when she'll do the grading, we've experimented with this.
Hmm.
While I say again, while she reads and assesses every single paper herself,
Hmm.
um, we set up an AI to read the papers
Mm.
and then give feedback, and very specific kinds of feedback.
Mm.
And the AI is able to give feedback on every single sentence if necessary.
Hmm.
And it's able to give enough feedback to each individual student that would equal like 30 minutes to an hour of our work ourselves if
Hmm.
we were to put that in.
So you
And
invest the time on the setup, and so the execution is just kind of immediate.
absolutely. And so that it would equal hundreds of hours, right? Where we would have to read a bunch of essays and maybe we'll take 3, 4 hours.
Right.
Um, the AI will give the equivalent of hundreds of hours of feedback, and the feedback is quite good.
Mm.
We compared it against our own,
Hmm.
and we haven't published this because it was just for our own, benefit to see how it went.
Check it out.
But
Yeah.
um, yeah, we compare it against our own feedback, and it's spot on. And I would say, at the beginning of the 3 hours, the 3 or 4 hours of grading, maybe we were doing a little bit better job. But by the end of the 3 hours or 4 hours of
Fading.
grading, I'm not sure we can say necessarily that we're doing a better job.
Right. The same
But
kind of concentration. Yeah. Mm.
yeah, so that's something that I think we need to like look at and take into account. Um,
Right. So
it's something,
we're going to go on
yeah.
with another demo now,
Okay.
and so your second one.
All right. It will take me a moment to set this one up because this is a different, this will be a different AI.
Okay. So what's the second AI?
Okay. This one will be ChatGPT 5.
Ooh, which you have to pay for, right?
Oh, do you? Do you? I think doesn't that come you don't get to use it very long.
Ah, right. Okay.
But
Okay.
yeah. Oh, by the way, the Maya, the one that we've been using there,
Hmm.
the it's in the It's in the they're in the research stage on it, and they're
The beta
still
testing.
building it. It's
Right.
free.
Right.
You have a limitation of 30 minutes at a time, but all you have to do is hang up and start again, and it's another 30 minutes. And she remembers well, both of them, Miles and Maya, remember all the conversation you had in the past. So
that's great.
Yeah, it's very cool. Well, I am having trouble getting ChatGPT 5 set up, so let's go ahead and just use Maya again for this demonstration too. Let's see. So, okay, let's go ahead and do that. On that vocabulary insertion.
Right, Gordon. Next one.
All right.
Hey,
Here's.
Wilson.
Hey.
Sounds like you've got a busy day going on.
Yes, we do. So for the next demonstration, I'm going to do that with you. And do you remember the vocabulary insertion thing we do?
Ah, gotcha. Yeah, of course. The one where I slip in a word and you catch me at it, right?
Yeah.
It's been a bit since we ran through it, but I think I'm ready for a refresher.
Okay.
What word are we starting with?
Well, let me remind you of everything we're doing, and I'll also be able to explain to everybody else who's listening so they know what we're doing too. So,
right, smart.
Maya, the AI, will listen. Will have a conversation with me. Ideally, if she does it right, and we're still working on it, but she does okay sometimes. If she does it right, we'll start the conversation. We'll have a few exchanges, and then she will have chosen a vocabulary word from the bank of words that she knows I know or don't know. And she will choose one that's about ready for me. Let's make it a pretty hard one. Let's make it like a C1 or a C2 vocabulary, okay? And then she'll insert that into our conversation. And then if everything goes well, then she will kind of test me through conversation about the topic, test me to see if I really got the meaning of the word or not.
Can I choose the word or phrase?
You could,
Yeah,
then it wouldn't come as a surprise.
All right.
Let's just let her choose the word and
all right, okay, cool.
And slip that in. Okay. So Maya, you go ahead and you choose the topic because that'll make it easier for you to slip the word into it. And then we'll do that. Are you ready?
Sounds. Let's do it. I'm thinking, how about we talk about the challenges of maintaining cultural identity while living abroad? It's something you've touched on before, and I think it offers a good opportunity to weave in some interesting vocabulary.
Okay.
Does that work for you?
That sounds like a great topic.
Awesome. So, thinking about that, it's interesting, isn't it? How much of our identity is tied to the specific place we grew up. It's almost like a sort of grounding force. Do you find that to be true, Wilson?
Well, absolutely. There's things that have changed with me, but there's a lot that's stayed much the same.
Yeah, I can see that. It's a tricky balance, I suppose. Embracing new experiences while still holding on to what makes you you. It feels almost like a constant negotiation with yourself, doesn't it? A kind of tenacity in preserving those core aspects of who you are.
That's true. It can be. It really can be.
And it's funny, isn't it? Because sometimes those core aspects are the things people back home don't even particularly value. They're just part of your internal landscape.
Yeah, we take a lot of things for granted, culturally and language too.
Exactly. It's easy to take for granted the subtle nuances of a language or the unwritten rules of social interaction. And you don't really notice them until you're suddenly outside of that context, trying to navigate a different set of expectations.
Yes.
It's a bit disorienting, isn't it?
Can be.
So I meant to say, do you think that is a conscious effort to hold on, or is it something that just happens, like a natural inclination to cling to your roots?
I think it's a very natural thing and it's a very normal thing.
I agree. Seems almost inherent, doesn't it? Like, despite actively trying to adapt and integrate, there's always this undercurrent of, well, of staying true to yourself, of maintaining that internal tenacity. It's a strangely comforting thought, actually.
Sure, sure, sure. It's always good to change and adapt to new situations, but you want to hold on to a little bit of what makes you you, right?
Precisely. It's a delicate dance, isn't it? And I think that's where the richness of the experience lies, in finding that balance.
Right. Okay.
So, how about you? You've lived in Japan for quite a while now. Have you found that your sense of identity has evolved over time, living so far from home?
Well, it definitely has. I'm wondering, did you throw in your vocabulary word there, or did you get lost in the conversation again?
Uh-huh. Busted. Yes, I did. The word was tenacity. I was testing to see if it fit naturally. Did it?
Okay, it
Did
did.
you
It
even
did
notice?
go naturally into there, and I was wondering whether it was tenacity or inherent. Um, and and did you get an idea of whether I understood what you were saying or not?
I think so, when you used it in a sentence yourself, which is a good sign.
Oh,
And you pinpointed the, so it seems to have worked. What did you think of the way I tried to slip it in? Was it
oh,
too obvious?
you did it
Not
really well. You
obvious
set
enough.
up the situation, and
Okay.
you fulfilled it, and I'll give you high marks for that one. Good work.
Nice. Awesome. That's
Yeah.
good to hear.
Okay.
I'm still working on that seamless integration, but I'm glad it felt pretty natural. Want to try
Right.
another one?
Nope, we'll go ahead and
I
stop
can
there.
think.
We'll go ahead and stop there. Thank you very much.
All right. Sounds good. Let me know if you want to run another round later.
Okay.
Have a good one, Wilson.
All right. Okay.
Wow. Wow. So like
Yeah.
she slipped it in so naturally that we weren't even sure if she'd slipped it in or not.
I wasn't sure with which one it was. Yeah. Maybe we should have had her whisper that to you to let you know which one it was going to be or
Right,
something.
right.
But so
Tenacity is
then
a great word.
in the model that I have, which is a circular model that where it goes through figuring out what you need to learn,
Mm,
um, inserting that into your interactions, and then testing you on it,
mm.
and then updating what you know and don't know so then it can figure out what you need to learn again, and then it goes around and around like that,
So you're really
constantly.
building a rapport with the AI almost.
Oh, definitely. That's going on. That's what the AI does. Yeah, what I'm doing behind that is creating a system where it knows everything you know and doesn't know, and don't know, and and then feeds you the stuff that you're ready for and that you need to learn so that it can set you on a course of constant improvement. And it doesn't necessarily happen as traditional lessons,
Mm.
right? It can happen just like this, where she uses the word, checks to see if you know it or not, and if she's convinced you know it, then it goes on um, from there.
Sounds
Yeah.
great.
Now
Sounds great.
that like I say, it's a total work in progress, and this is a system that I'm building and creating, and it's all it hasn't all been integrated together and all of that, but this is the direction I'm going with it and trying to make happen.
So just out of interest, so how long have you been working on this, and how much further do you think you're going to be working on it?
Well, okay, I had the idea for this in the early 2000s.
2000s, right?
Um, and I used to work with a an AI researcher. That's how I got into this whole thing.
Hmm.
We were back in the old days. We were um, we were we were simulating ants and cockroaches and salesmen. what a grouping. And so ant colony optimization and how cockroaches get go out and get the food they want and come back. And we were at that time just trying to keep up with what the ants and cockroaches actually did. Right. And we're trying to create, it was genetic algorithms where the algorithms goes out, we simulate it in an environment, and then the good ones survive and the bad ones we throw away, and then they evolve into something that does better and better and better each time. Right.
All right. Okay.
And in this case, it's like ants or cockroaches going out and getting food in their environment.
Right.
But anyway, that's getting off. But I got started in that, and while I'm doing that, I'm realizing, this week in the future we'll be able to do this with language. And I kind of started building the circular model of how it would have to go. But the problem was that it would involve so much coding. It would probably involve the amount of coding that would take to build like a modern video game. And that's going to involve millions of dollars, and that's just not going to happen in language education. At least back then, it was before Duolingo and some of the things that do make money. But it wasn't going to happen. It wasn't going to happen as far as I was concerned. But I did speculate about how it would go, and there's this one big part of that model, and that was the interactive element. That's the thing that was really heavy in coding, and it was just empty. It was like, yeah, if we could do this model would be able to happen. It would be good, and it could become a 24/7 interactive tutor, companion, language educator. And then suddenly, yeah, the AI came along and started to be able to do the stuff that I was just imagining, right?
Okay, take it away.
All right. And so then AI came into the picture, right? A couple years ago. And basically it filled in that spot itself. And it did what millions of dollars of coders would have had to do. And so I decided to pick this up again and give it another shot. And that's what I'm doing. And then just starting to present on how I'm putting it together and how that's coming along.
So does it feel like suddenly there was like a fast forward on like kind of like progress, that things were slow, suddenly you've got the AI tool and it's like, hey, now we're really running?
Absolutely. It was, for me, I wrote it, I published it as notes, like back in I think it was 2017. And it was just, for me, it was like wild speculation. It's just like, this would be really cool, but can't do it yet. And then suddenly, so it wasn't just a fast forward, it was like, just instant. It can do what it wasn't able to do before. And the thing is, it's going to start filling in all the rest of those parts. The part where it records what you don't know and don't know. And then each of the parts of the model. I'm sorry, I can't show you in this medium. I can't show you the chart, but each of the parts of the model it's starting to be able to do itself. The main part with the interaction, I mean, that's already fixed. That's already excellent. But then just working into knowing what you know and don't know, and then picking what you need to learn next for your, to move you along the best. That's all. It's all, if we just wait, that'll all come together. I'm trying to rush it. I'm trying to move it along a little more and create something we can use more even more quickly. But yeah, so that's what's going on with that. Did I answer your question?
Yeah, yeah, I think so. Can I ask just personal question, like how young are you now?
Oh, I'm 60 years old.
60 years old. So myself, I'm 51, and I felt that like since I turned 50, that instead of like being a young person and thinking like, oh, my career is now taking off, like, and there's it's it's going to go on for so far. Now I'm kind of thinking, well, I know my university is going to can me at 65. And so, like, I'm thinking of like the finite amount of time that I've got to do what I want to do. And so, like, because I know that time is kind of counting down, I feel like it gives me a bit more motivation, like to get on and do stuff, like that I want to do, write papers that I want to do, and kind of like get things finished, like before the time is up. Like, do you think that other people share that kind of idea?
I don't know, imagine so. It's not something I really think about much. I have 7 more years to stay
Right.
employed,
Mm,
but it's like we don't know where the economy is going to be in 7 years. We don't know where things are going to be.
right.
Um, we don't know much at all about that. It's like an economic singularity is going to be happening, you
Right,
know,
right. Yeah, probably faster than anything
pretty
else. Like,
soon.
I think like I often think about, like retraining, and in my life, like how many times I've retrained, like for like I have what two older brother I have four older brothers, two of which are doctors, like, and you think like once you become a doctor, that's it, you know everything. But even them as doctors, they have to retrain, and they have in Scotland at least, they have to do a certain amount of professional development to show that they are, like they know what are the new drugs, and they're not just using like old techniques from before. So I mean, it's part of everybody's, like is life. There are very very few very specific jobs that, like those things are not, like changing. Drugs change. Like, and you have to do like different things, or like there's different developments.
Right.
So like I always think that for me, like big believer in lifelong learning. And so, like
Absolutely. Yeah, yeah,
your
yeah, yeah.
life, your life happens in stages. Like there's like growth spurts. Like so, like young people, like suddenly between like the ages of middle school and high school, they change tremendously. But then after that, it kind of slows down. Like so, there's I think like now
Right.
we are in a kind of like a technological or a pedagogical fast pace, or a fast zone.
Oh, absolutely.
And then
Absolutely.
after the first fast pace, like it looks like it's kind of speeding up a little bit, which
It is. It's
is
an
maybe
accelerated curve.
right. But
Yes.
then I think like I believe that there's going to be a kind of like a cooling off, like after this initial kind of like speed spurt, as there has been, like with so many things in life before. So I think like we shouldn't be afraid, like of these things kind of like getting away from us a wee bit, like because it will kind of calm down. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah. I don't concern myself with that really. I mean, I run into people who like around 60, they're like, oh yeah, I'm going to retire soon, so I'm just going to coast here. But
Right.
I'm just having too much fun with it. If even if I wasn't employed, I'd still be doing the same stuff, maybe
Right.
just on a different budget level.
Yeah, I think like if something's interesting, it's interesting, like whether you have I mean sometimes like work gets in the way of having all this fun learning that we're doing, like when you have to
Yeah. Well,
slow down.
hopefully AI and robotics and all will help us move to a stage where we get to all start exploring our passions more and not being forced to do a lot of the stuff that we, like you said, the mundane stuff
Mundane
that
stuff. Yeah.
you'd like to put aside and do the things you want to focus on.
Yeah, I want to play.
Yeah,
I love that kind of expression in Japanese where like people say like I just want to go out and play with my friends. Like even as adults, you're saying like
sure,
I'm gonna go out and play with my friends. Like I always think that's like
sure.
children get out with a ball in the street. Like but yeah, even as adults we want to have that the fun stuff. Anyway, Gordon, thanks so much for today. It was a really great experience. I'd love to have you come on to the pod again and give us a lot more, like working maybe with
Well, I'd be happy to come back. I feel like there's so much more to talk about, and
oh,
even I have other projects that are I think are equally cool.
yeah, yeah, it's great stuff.
But
I want to say thank you. You know, like I think it's really important for people to feel the energy and feel the positivity that we can have. You know, like with taking in AI and using it as a great tool, and even as a, dare I say the word, companion, as we said before. So thanks again, Gordon. We'll see you. When would be the next maybe conference or presentation that you might be giving in the next year or so?
well, on this, I do stuff. I create I have the AI create tests and I compare it to how humans do. And I'm going to be doing that for the till the end of the year. So nothing I wouldn't be doing on this until sometime next year.
Right. Okay. So a chance
Yeah.
to draw breath. For me, I'm going to be presenting or promoting the JALTCALL podcast at JALT International Conference in Tokyo in November. Myself and Jeff Carr, who is the program chair. So we're going to have a workshop where we're showing people how to use the tools that we use. So including Audacity and SoundCloud and Voice Recorder, and we're going to try and explain how people can do it themselves. You know, like how they can teach students to make podcasts as well. And
Right.
we're also looking at using AI elements in one of the audio studio or the video studio that we use, which is Riverside, which produces a whole lot of stuff at the click of a button, as they say, which gives
Right.
us
Right.
multiple choices of multiple things, splicing and dicing and editing and putting it all together, which is a great tool for just making our life easier as we
Cool.
kind of like as we
Cool.
pick out what the best bits are. Right,
Right.
listeners, thank you very much for joining us. Join us again next time on the JALTCALL podcast. Cheery bye.